What's going on?
Hey man, tapped in. YS and Fab. Who else? It's a dope day. Sun's out. It's looking nice today. Good day for a conversation with the Certified Platinum Network. Yeah, man, we tapped in. Yeah, so I mean, we started off like initially. I was always been like a fan of like people that. Like podcasters, like I always looked up to like Charlemagne, Joe Budden, like those niggas that like kind of covered hip hop.
Are you like a Charlemagne?
I used to like.
No, are you Charlemagne?
No.
You be clowning?
I'm not about to be the one that's throwing the fucking direct questions at you. Nah, I be clowning. Like I fuck with like the comedic aspect of it. Like I like for my conversations, like we gonna be clowning and joking and shit on camera too. Like that's what I hope at least. But I asked like what people want to know. Like keep it simple, but obviously like. I only really sit down and talk to people that actually fuck with too. Like, what the beauty of this is that like we created it in a way where like we don't have to, like, we're not forced to talk to anybody per se. Like we're not working underneath somebody in like that way where, say something like Complex. If I work for Complex, like they tell me who I'm talking to.
They're gonna have more of like an agenda.
Exactly. So like timing and things of that sort. Like they kind of frame things in a certain way. They edit it their way, but. Ultimately, for us, like we talk to the people that we want to talk to because we think they're dope in a way. So, that's the beauty of it. Like it started off like initially it was me and my homies. Like we worked together at a car dealership. We worked there. We were just kind of cleaning cars, driving like brand new Corvettes around the lot, like rearranging them, shit like that. And then I got to a point where we were like having conversation about shit that was happening, like current events, and then realized like, yo, why don't we just record this shit? Like actually. Do what we do at work, but do it on camera, on mic, and actually make something of it. So it kind of went from there. In 2019, I think is when we started. We've been podding for like almost 3 years now. So the Certified Platinum Show is kind of the brand of what the show was, and it evolved to what we have now, a Certified Platinum Network, which is kind of like the network. You can envision it as kind of like the umbrella to the podcast, the regular show that we have. This series that we're doing now, it's For the Record, which is where we talk to people like one-on-one, and then we got like more content and shit like that we're planning, dropping. We got actual like clothing and merchandise that we're also working on as well.
So this shit, like when you do interviews like this shit goes on Spotify.
Yeah. So
and then it goes on YouTube and shit.
Yeah. So we have a Spotify feed that's like the network feed where we have the show that we upload every single week. That's the one that we actually just filmed right before we came here. And then we'll also upload like the conversation with you, and then some of our other interviews like later on down the line and stuff. But then the conversation, the video aspect of it will go on YouTube. So the full hour long or whatever it is. And then what we do is we drop the hour long, and then after that we drop clips from the hour long. Segments of what we talked about. We'll title it whatever it was, the topic was, and then we just kind of keep it nice and classy and shit. So.
I'm trying to put it all on the line, man.
Yeah.
I feel like cause you know what it is.
You do many interviews, like.
Nah, that's the thing, right? Yeah. I don't really like. I'm very introverted. You feel me?
Yeah.
I don't even really like going out. So like, I feel like times like these, it's like. Here you go. Here's the update. You feel me? Like them niggas. Like if you're not doing interviews all the time.
Yeah.
Like it's like shit. Like what's really going on with that person?
That's right.
And like I did one for CITR, Crimes and Treason.
Okay.
The radio station.
Mm-hmm.
And then I've done like a small, quick like radio in Winnipeg. What's this song mean? That's like, look who it is. Shorty problem.
I'm ballin' with madness, no profile, cause you can't know my address. I'm hearing the hate, but I'm laughing it off. Pull up in the Civic, came back in the drop. She want my opinion on what she just bought. Tell her look good when you taking it off. Tell her get nasty, girl, I need that mop. Bank bro, gotta keep me a knot. Never lonely,
like
always keep me a knot.
Nightmare almost. You gotta, especially when you got like it's easier when you have nothing to worry about. It's like repping Surrey and shit, and I fuck with that. Like I like the fact that we can say that we have platforms that are from places like this. Like you always hear about 6 Buzz and shit like that, and it's like, fuck, why can't we have some shit that's from here? You know what I mean? So that's really just what we're trying to do. Like it's about putting on for artists that are from here, but also like we're continually looking, working those opportunities to be able to talk to people that are like bigger than maybe just the homegrown talent. So you can suddenly realize that like you can really just tell any tale. Like it's just as simple as that, and that's kind of where I fell in love with it. Honestly, like that was like 10th grade. Like taking a grade 11 media arts course and just kind of fell into it in that way. And then since then, like I just, whatever it was, like I ended up like I'm like, honestly hours into editing and things of that sort. So like it's really just about how hard you really want it at the end of the day too. So and I literally hear you rap about it, and that's why I feel like, you know, at some levels we're on the same page with things. It's like, you know, how bad do you really want this shit? And like I'm watching like your stories with like the black screen with the white text, and I'm just like, man, like, you know, and they get serious when he's typing like that. Like it's some real shit. So.
They wanna know how you stand so cool and calm when everybody else attacking. They wanna know how you got it from scratch. They wanna know what it's like in the sky. They wanna know how you came up from Winnipeg and put the city on the map.